Welcome back. When Sylvia Garcia went to Washington, she made history, bringing a Latina's voice to the Texas delegation for the first time. 4 months into her term of office, she's fully engaged in issues critical to the 29th District, and for that matter, the nation. Congresswoman, welcome back to the hot seat.
Well, thanks for having me.
Hey, we're going to get to it real quick. 3 petrochemical explosions on the east side in less than a month have created both short and long-term concerns over health and concerns over an industry that may be playing fast and loose with the rules. We want to hear what you think.
Well, first of all, you're right. It's outrageous. I mean, it happened so quickly. You know, with all of them have caused a lot of concern, and we should be very concerned because we probably do need to make sure that they do better. This area is very heavily monitored, but we need to do more monitoring. We need to take a good hard look at how close these storage tanks can be next to each other. We need to make sure that we have some oversight on how they're fighting those fires, whether they're prepared, because they ran out of the foam. They also aren't required to have enough foam on site to even to do more than one storage tank. So we need to look at a lot of different things so that we can do better next time.
Congresswoman, the Mueller report is in with no new indictments. The House Judiciary Committee, which you serve on, believes there's more to be revealed to Congress and, for that matter, the American public. What can we expect?
Well, I think we should expect the full report, not redacted, not changed in any way. The full report and any evidence that goes with it, whether it's emails, videos, documents, pictures. We need the whole enchilada because guess what? We paid for it. We paid for it. And we have voted as in Congress that we want to see the full report. It was bipartisan, both in the House and the Senate. Even the president said we should see the report. Now all of a sudden there's a change of heart and there's resistance. So we don't want a redacted report. We don't want a 1 or 2 paragraph memo saying this is what it said. We need to see the whole thing so that we can get to the bottom of the truth. Okay.
Crisis continues on our southern border. I know you have been watching it closely.
Right.
This past week, the president fired his Homeland Security chief and threatened to send asylum seekers to so-called sanctuary cities, including our own, as some kind of punishment to Democrats. What's your read on that?
Well, I think it's tragic because the president said that he was getting rid of Secretary Nielsen because he needed someone stronger. I mean, I don't know what someone stronger looks like. I mean, because we've seen tearing children away from their parents at the border. We've seen tear gas at the border against some of our refugee seekers. We've seen babies in cages. I mean, what could be tougher? So I'm worried about what we might be getting next. And I think he's given us the first signal. When he's trying to use children as political pawns for political vindictiveness by suggesting that he wants to release some of the people that are being held in the areas where Democrats live that believe in sanctuary cities. I think that's outrageous. I don't think any president should use any agency of the government for their own political vindictiveness, and I think this is what it is.
Speaking of children, we're expected to have 27,000 asylum-seeking children cross our borders this month alone in April. Have you heard something from a policy perspective in your time in Washington that can address what is a mounting humanitarian crisis?
Well, it's again tragic, and I think the current policy is just cruel and does not even accept the fact that this is a legal process. When you have a White House who wants to get rid of the judges, who wants to stop people from even getting to the border, because they're doing that too. They're not allowing them to come in to seek asylum. They're up ahead, stopping them from even approaching the border. So when you've got those kind of actions, it's really hard to find the middle ground that, frankly, the American people want us to reach. They want us to work together to find a solution, because nobody wants to see children torn away from their families. No one wants to see children in cages. So we do have to do something. And I'm really encouraged that on the Democratic side, we have real solutions. We're looking at ways to be able to care for these children in terms of medical care, in terms of where they should be housed, in terms of their path to seeking sponsors here in the United States. So there's ways to do this in a more humane manner.
Real quickly, I just have 20 seconds.
20
Topping
seconds.
the collateral damage of the immigration mess are the young people brought here by their parents, no fault of their own. We call them dreamers. Is there movement to address their situation?
Well, I'm pleased. I sit on Judiciary. We have the markup, which is when we're going to finally go through the bill. It's called the Dream and Promise Act. It's one of the first things we're going to tackle when we get back after this Easter recess. So yes, we will be passing a Dream Act, and it will be probably within the next month. And I'm looking forward to that because it's a promise. And as you said, these kids came here through no fault of their own. They're in their hearts and their minds and their souls. They're American. They're Americans in waiting because all they're doing is waiting for the time for them to become citizens.
Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia, always good to have you.
Well, thank you for having me, and have a blessed Palm Sunday today.
Same to you.